Hey. Hello. What's up, guys? All right. So, I'm going to be doing little mini readings today. How's everybody's Wednesday? For me, I've been doing a lot of readings on the energy because it's been so crazy, right? It's been so crazy. Amber, Momo, Brenda. What's up, Momo? How's it going? Hey. I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, I wonder what Momo's doing right now. So just a heads up, before we get started on readings, I just want to do some announcements. We do have an advanced Akashic Records course coming up May 1st. And so far there's 4 spots left, but I have 3 people that I've been in talks with that are going to be joining this April. So there is like 1 spot left technically. So if you are interested in doing the Advanced Akashic Records course, just let me know. You have to have either done an Akashic Records course with another teacher, and if so, I definitely want to talk to you if you've done that already. But if you've taken it with me, you could just go ahead and sign up for it. And then there's also a payment plan when you sign up for it in the system. So if you want to go ahead and just sign up for it, the payment plan is right there. And I'll give you a little discount code right now if you're up for it. Momo, you want to join us? The discount code for the payment plan is going to be $100 off. And it'll just be, let me do this, 100 off. That is the code, 100 off. If you do the payment plan for the Akashic Records course. And there's only going to be 6 people in that group. And it's very intimate. Momo, are you thinking about joining? You think about joining our crew? These ladies are awesome, by the way. So a lot of the people that are joining the advanced course just got finished with the first Akashic Records course. They are super intuitive. Some of the coolest messages I've ever heard have coming out of these ladies. So it starts May 1st, and I believe it'll be 6:30 PST for you, Miss Momo. So it's 8 weeks long. Each lesson is around 90 minutes to 2 hours long, and it's going to be held within a group. And it's $1,500. And then with the payment plan, it's going to be $1,600 because I gave you the discount there. And it's, what was I going to say? I think it's like $575 the first payment, and then after that it's $3 something every payment after that. And if you want a more flexible plan, Momo, because I know you personally, I'll help you out if you want to do like a more flexible plan too. You just let me know if you want to join. What's up, Amanda? How is it going? Amanda, what is up? I feel like we've been hanging out energetically, but we haven't talked. Radhika, what's up? Oh my God, it's all my friends. All my friends are on here. Riding the wave. So if you want to check out exact dates of the Advanced Akashic Records course, just go to my link in bio. You'll see courses, and then scroll down to the second course. And it's going to be every Wednesday starting May 1st. And for 8 weeks, Wednesday nights, it'll be 7:30 Mountain Time. So PST, it'll be 6:30 PST, it'll be 6:30. Central Time, it'll be 7:30. No, I'm sorry. Let me start over. PST, it's going to be 6:30. Mountain time is going to be 7:30. Central time is going to be 8:30. And then East Coast time will be 9:30. Yeah, Amanda, I always felt like we've been on the same frequency. We're always on the same page. We're doing our own thing, obviously. But you and I read the same weather. Like, I feel like if we were both weather people, meteorologists, if we were both meteorologists, we would be reading the weather the same. You know? All right. So, also, one more announcement. Our lovely membership. I love this membership that we have going. This week, if you want to learn how to read land and locations, what's really fun about reading land and locations is if you're thinking about making a big move or going on a vacation, learning how to read land and locations is huge. Not only can you really find places to live during really awesome times and for spiritual growth, but you can also go on vacations. You'll know when to go on vacations, what place to go to. And I am teaching this Friday in my mediumship course in my live intuitive development membership. And the membership is $11 a month. And if you can't make the live events, everything is recorded. And there are already, how many lessons are there now? I believe there's something like 5 or 6 mediumship lessons on various topics along with Akashic Reiki meditations, and they're all recorded. And also there's a really cool group of people in the membership, really cool group. I love them. And if you ever have intuitive development questions, there's a whole little newsfeed section where you can ask me a question. I'll answer it for you. So ultimately what that membership is for, the $11 a month membership is for teaching people how to get connected into their intuition, into their intuitive abilities. Because when you start using that in your everyday life, you're going to notice a drastic change, and you're going to see how easy life is compared to, how we were taught. What we were taught was, you have to work really hard. You have to do this, this, and that, X, Y, Z. And then if you push hard enough, you'll get, everything, you'll accomplish everything. With learning intuition, you learn how to read the energy of things, know where you need to be at a specific time, and know how to work smarter, not harder, and step into things that you enjoy and watch the abundance flow in. Also, it's really good on timing, learning timing. No, I'm not talking about the Akashic to tag land. I have a little mediumship course in my membership that I'm teaching right now. And that it's going to be on Friday. It's going to be Friday night, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. No, but you can also read the land in the Akashic Records. But I like to get people, for some reason, if they can't make the Akashic Records courses, the membership, it's all about prepping that intuition, really getting someone ready and capable of just being able to read their life. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and read. So we're doing mini readings today. Nellie will be first. And if you would like a reading today, they're $22. And we're going to go over one topic that you want to go over today. And I'll take about, how many readings will I take today? I think I'll take about 3 to 5. 3 to 5 readings today. If you would like a reading, go ahead and go to the link in bio, scroll all the way down, and you'll see Venmo and PayPal. And if you make a payment there, that'll hold your spot in line. And I'm going to cut it off at max about 5. So 4 or 5. I'm feeling like 4 or 5 today. All right, Nellie. Nellie, go ahead and say your last name for me, please. And then while you're writing your last name, go ahead and ask the question. And it could be anything about life, career, money, Clarity and direction on what is going on. I don't know how to get to my DM from here. So you're going to have to write it up here because I'm in a live. I don't know how to get to my DMs from here. So go ahead and write it here live for me. Thank you. You could just copy paste it, probably make it easy. I'm gonna go ahead and tune into your energy. Thank you. Okay, great. And then go ahead and just copy paste your question here in the comment section. And then guys, if you want a reading, it's $22. You just go to the link in bio, scroll all the way down, and then you'll see Venmo and PayPal, and that will hold your spot in line. Ooh, ooh. I'm excited about my next job or role. Oh, okay. So I'm going to read this very differently than what you're probably expecting. So I'm going to go ahead and tune into your energy here. I'm feeling a lot of insecurity on getting a job and feeling really frustrated in a way, or just like feeling in a way like helpless. What's the best way to go about getting a job? They're saying, you know, you have this whole way of looking for a job that's like the standard. It's something you've done over and over and over again. But what I'm getting is it's important for you right now to just kind of wipe your hands clean of doing this. And I'm even getting like, please go do something fun for yourself. I'm getting that you need to, one of your favorite hobbies, like you need to just go out in nature, enjoy yourself, have fun. You need to celebrate a little bit and come back to the drawing board. I'm receiving that the way that you're looking and approaching getting a new job is just going to put you back in the same situation that you've been in the past. What they want you to look at is follow your passions. So I'm going to go ahead and ask them, what are their passions? What is their purpose? What is their passions? Helping people see what who they are, what their worth is, showing them that their skill set is important and valuable and they can be placed in this direction. I'm getting something like helping people find their career path, helping them understand where they fit in society, what role they play. And if you want to get really basic here, it's kind of like, it does feel like this is working for like another company for a little bit. And it feels kind of recruitery in a way, like kind of like a recruiter, but also I'm seeing things with computers. I'm getting that you just need to take a break on thinking about this and come back to the drawing board and only pick the places that feel good to you, that you would really want to work at, instead of throwing all of your energy in all these different directions is what I'm getting. And basically the timeline isn't going to be said because there needs to be a bit of an energy reset. And once you take that action, then the energy becomes more clear and there will be more of a timeline. It feels like once you do that, it has an energy, and based off that current energy of you actually taking that action, it feels like something like 3 months. And by being picky, you're going to be at a job that you love. And I see like a lot of these people that are there. It's a good team. There's good effort. I see a ton of computers, tons of computers. And I'm seeing like people working together and making things happen. But there's this positive atmosphere at this job. So yeah, but it just, there is this frustration though I'm feeling into. I am feeling the frustration, and that might be why they're asking for you to just kind of take a pause for a second, because they want you to completely eliminate frustration and come back to the drawing board and coming back into, looking at these places as I deserve the best. I deserve the best, and I will get the best. And it feels like you'll be mentoring people on how to develop this skill set, show them where where their skill set is needed. I'm getting a lot of that. And that this company, the sign that you're in a good company, or like the company is good, is their corporate, like their way, their structure is all about people working as a team and being happy. And it's not about the bottom line. Like the bottom line happens because everyone's happy, and that's their focus. So when you're looking for a job, pay attention to that energy. By the way, we have free will, so a lot of this is up to you. I understand. But you want to be picky. It feels like if you do get a job, like you pick the first one that's like, yes, let's go. Like it feels like you get spit out in like 6 months. So you want to be picky. You want to act like, you know what? I am worthy. I am a valuable asset, and you guys deserve me because you're a great company and I want to work with you. That's the type of energy I'm feeling. All right. So even though there's not much of a timeline here, because there's a lot going on, there's a lot of moving parts. Also, the banking industry is changing a lot. Like there's companies that are literally going to be like gone, and there's going to be companies that are going to be flourishing. And the ones that are going to be flourishing are the ones I'm talking about, the ones that are paying attention to their employees. Hey, are you guys good? Are you having a good time? What can we work on? How can we make this a more comfortable working environment? Yeah. You do not want to be working for people like, and this is a collective message for everyone that's watching. You do not want to work for a corporation that cares about the bottom line more than the employees. They are going to fail. They are either going to fail, or they're going to have a dramatic drop in their income, and they are going to let go of a lot of people. So everyone that's watching this, know that that is a pattern that is not going to be doing well in the next couple of years. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close your records. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and close them. All right. Awesome. No, thank you. That was awesome. Thank you for letting me read you. What a good time. All right, just some announcements while we're waiting for our next reading. If you guys want a mini reading, you can go ahead and go to my link in bio, scroll all the way down, and you'll see Venmo and PayPal, and that will hold your spot in line. I'm probably going to take like 2 or 3 more readings today. You're so welcome. And then some announcements. We are starting, hey Danya, we are starting our Advanced Akashic Records course May 1st. And it's going to be Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And it is an 8-week course. Each session is 90 minutes long. And there's going to be 6 awesome people showing up. I believe there is like, they haven't made the payment yet, but we have all been in talks. So I believe there is only one spot left. And it is $1,500, but there is a payment plan thing. And if I know you personally, we can work on a really flexible payment plan. And the way that you can join us is if you've taken my first Akashic Records course. And what's really cool about the advanced Akashic is I trained about 100, a little bit more than 100 people in the Akashic Records, and about 50 of them continued to do advanced Akashic work with me. And so out of those 50 people, we discovered all these wonderful things, and I have turned it into a course. So it is very unique. It's authentic to, and also something that was very common amongst the 50 people that I trained in the advanced work. And so this is the first time that I've made it into a group course, and the people that are joining are super rad. We're gonna have a really good time. So just a little heads up on the course that is coming up May 1st. And if you want more information, feel free to just DM me, direct message me. And also, live this Friday in the $11 a month membership, we are doing in the membership live this Friday, we're teaching how to read land and location. So the cool thing about learning how to read land, and I said this a little bit earlier, is you can find out if you live in the right place. You can also see where you should vacation, what time you should go on vacation, why you're going on vacation. You can also see geographically which places your energy and your spiritual and your soul wants to go in this world and why it would be beneficial. So I'm teaching that live. It's a mediumship course this Friday. And if you can't make it live, there are recordings. So once you join, you have access to all of our mediumship courses or classes that we've been taking. And it's very fun. I really enjoy it. All right. How's everyone doing? And by the way, if you guys have any intuitive questions right now, I'm more than happy to answer them. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and go over to TikTok now. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Oh, how long were you studying the Akashic Records before you began teaching? Let's see. I think 3 years. Like once you have the Akashic Records, and this is really cool about the records. However, there are people out there that many lifetimes they studied the records. So once they're in them, it's like this whole new version of themselves comes through, and it's almost like riding a bicycle, and you just get dumped with information constantly. And so the first 2 years I read all by myself. I just read myself for 2 years. Reading yourself is way harder than reading other people. And then I did readings full time for a year. And then I was like, I really want to teach this. Because once you learn how to read the records, a whole new version of yourself comes up, and an old version of you dies. And you really do start to live in your truth and your authenticity. Like, even if you have lived in your truth, or you think that you've lived in your truth and your authenticity, it really shows up, like the real version of it shows up once you learn how to develop this skill set. Yeah, there's lots of Akashic Records books out there. The most important thing is reading the records, learning how to read the records. There's a prayer guide that I have in my link in bio. If you just read the guide, it's free. You go in them. That's the best way you can learn them. Reading a book about the records, just my personal opinion. A lot of readers, because each reader is going to read the records massively different. So in a way, it has this, you don't want it to color your experience, right? You want to have your own unique version in the records. So I have a free guide in my link in bio. Just read it. And then go ahead and pop up in there and have a blast. And then I've been teaching the records for 3 years now. Yeah. It's an experiential thing. You really, really just want to have the experience. And I did read a book, like to get in the records, but yeah, the experience, the books do nothing. just to be real with you, the book was like, okay, thank you for giving me the concept of that the records exist. And then off I went. Yeah, you're welcome. And the other thing I want to share with you guys about the records, the old concept that the Akashic Records is a library is not necessary and isn't true for everyone. A lot of reasons why people use that it is a library is it gives them imagery to get into the connection of it, but the records are not technically a visual library. It's an energetic field that has imprints of memory and events and universal truths. It literally collects data of the universe, of anything and everything that's ever happened. And honestly, a better representation of it is the internet. It acts a lot like a search engine. You ask it a question, it gives you data. But when people go up in the records, not everyone sees a library. Some people see nothing at all. Some people see the universe. Some people see layers of things. This is a massively different experience for each person. And so as a teacher, it's not my goal. Like, I do my best to just let you see what your records looks like. And then you can identify and experience your true authentic way of reading them. And the more that you sit in the authenticity of how you read and how you receive messages, the clearer messages you get. The conceptualization of a library is no longer in the way. You're able to pull what you're going to get naturally. Yeah. That library thing, I'm going to be honest with you, it fucked me up. When someone told me it was a library, and I was like, it made me sit in doubt. I was like, really? You see a library? I don't like, and it confused me. And so I don't, yeah. Everyone sees them very differently. Yeah, Momo. Yeah, totally. So I want you to think of, and I'll just do like a little thing right now. The Akashic Records. Oh my God, I'm about to controversial here. I'm going to be very controversial. You know, we all have our experiences and they're going to be massively different, right? So I don't want you to think what I'm saying is the way. There's many pathways to everything, to be honest with you. Many pathways. I'm just going to let you know right now. I don't really know what Edgar Casey was reading. But my guess is, and if you guys know who Edgar Casey is, he was at a very low frequency of the records, and also know that he was in a hypnotic state. Someone had to put him in hypnosis. And whether you're dreaming in the Akashic Records, like you're falling asleep, you're not conscious, you're sleeping and you're having an Akashic experience, or if you're in a hypnotic state where you have no control whatsoever, you have, and also let's put in when you're reading, you also have your human experience. So if you're, as a human, having like more of this, like, I'm down here on earth, I believe in good and evil, a lot of what you believe is going to be perceived also in the records, whether you're conscious or not conscious while you're reading them. And so a lot of what he was reading was lower frequency stuff. And the records, to me, has layers, right? And everyone's going to read the records wherever their consciousness is at, wherever their vibration is at, right? And so right when I started reading the records, because I was meditating for like 10 years before I got on the records, everything was like at a very high frequency. And a lot of those messages are about universal truths, understanding thyself, moving through who you are, becoming your own inner guru. And so I like to teach people how to read that aspect of themselves. But I also like to teach people how to read a little bit lower from that space to get direction and clarity on events and situations. But I'll tell you what, when you're up this high and you're getting information up here, that stuff never changes. It almost stays constant. The energy of love, the information is always staying constant. It changes very little. And then the lower frequency you go, this stuff right here, that's like, what's happening tomorrow? Oh, there's going to be an earthquake. Like that kind of stuff. That stuff changes constantly. You can do predictions there, but it's going to change more rapidly. And so how you learn to live in your center and to be in bliss and almost be in this enlightened state in your life is learning how to read the tippy top of the records. Within word, I agree with you. I'm at the same place. I read the records from that space all the time. What I was saying is the guy Edgar Casey, he doesn't read that space. But what you're talking about, there is a level in the records that you can read that space. It's very possible. Not everyone feels comfortable being up there that high, but I do it all the time. Yeah, you're welcome. It's just from self-experience. It's just my experience in the records. Hi. All right, go ahead, and if you want a reading, go ahead and go to my link in bio. I'm cold. My air conditioner just went on. And you'll scroll down, you'll see Venmo and PayPal. And once you do that, I'm ready. Yeah, so it's funny because everyone thinks, not everyone, oh my gosh, April, stop with the definitiveness. A lot of people think that reading the records means reading events. They think that means you're going to be journeying to different, soul origins, right? I will be real frank with you. When I read soul origins, I'm using my mediumship. I am not reading the records. That is not something that the records really likes me to go into too much, because it's not for not for everybody. It's not the highest vibration, highest good for everybody to know those things. So I do my best to just trust the records and let it take me where it wants to take me. But that's, everyone reads them massively different. Someone is an inventor. They're going to get a lot of information about inventing. I'm obsessed with being a spiritual being having a human experience. So a lot of the messages I get from myself has nothing to do with soul origins, has nothing to do with traveling, astral project, has nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with becoming a complete human, because guess what? We're human. And the other thing is, the more that you learn how to be a complete human, you skip karmic cycles. You just bypass so many experiences that you do not need to go through. And you are able to live in this higher aligned experience. You are able to live in your purpose, live almost like in this earth, on this world, but live in a very flowy, loving space. And that is the whole point of coming down here, is becoming the best version of yourself. And that's how I use the records. I'm all about it. I used to have a Zen teacher for 10 years, and I'd ask him questions, and he'd just be like, go meditate. Every time I asked him a question, go sit on the cushions. I was like, so when I finally got into the records, I was asking like a bajillion questions because that guy didn't answer anything. And what he did answer didn't always resonate with me. It had truth in it. Like, I appreciate his advice. But when I got the answer, the same question, and I got the answer in the records, the answer was specifically for my soul. And so the coolest thing about the Akashic Records, like, if you get a reading from a reader, cool. Like, you can get a reading from me, you're going to have a great time. But if you learn how to read your own records, you're going to get the extra stuff. You're going to get the stuff that just hits your heart and you're like, fuck. Damn it. It hits you in a completely different way. All right, Amanda, what's up? How you doing? What is up, Amanda? Okay, Amanda, go ahead and say your first and last name, and then Amanda will be my last reading today. I have to get ready for my next private reading here. Amanda, go ahead and give me your last name, and then go ahead and ask your question. And the question can be anything about life purpose, career, all the things. Well, since you know, Amanda, you can go ahead and ask me a good Akashic question. The more details, the better. I get so passionate about talking about the records. I've noticed this. I almost like yell. I'm like, rah, 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 rah. I have a dream. I feel like I sound like Martin Luther King a little bit. I'm like, listen. It's funny. I bet you there is a solar flare that just happened. I'm getting so good at knowing when solar flares are happening. Watch me be completely wrong. It'll make me laugh. But I feel like one just hit. I'm wrong. I think I'm just so sensitive to it because it's been happening so often that I'm like, did it happen? Okay, so my question is, I'm getting all the signs to leave work and let go of my office lease. How hard will it be financially next month if I drop it? Okay. Calling in Amanda Simmons, spirit guides, masters, teachers, loved ones, hires. Thank you, God. Amanda Simmons, Akashic Records are now open under God. Amanda Simmons, Akashic Records are open under God. Amanda, do you mind Amanda, do you mind telling me the industry that you're in for me, please? Thank you. I do feel like one is about to hit. I can feel something. What's up, Stacy? Coming into alignment. Amanda Simmons' Akashic Records are now open under God. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I'm getting the same answer. I'm getting that it's time to go. 1, 2. Okay, this is the other thing, and I don't know, because I know that you have a lease here, but I'm also getting that if you can leave like within the next 1 to 3 months, that is ideal. What will happen to her finances if she leaves? You know that they gave me crickets for that because it's the record. So I'm going to go ahead. What is she going to do when she leaves for work? I'm seeing gatherings. I'm seeing like circles. Does feel like something like outside, does feel spiritual, does feel like it has something to do with helping people connect to themselves, release trauma, just step into this new version of themselves. And they said, you can do this immediately. So I think I might have done this reading recently. I feel like this is very familiar. You know, marketing, getting yourself out there, word of mouth, yoga studios, the whole nines. It's important for you to really start sharing with everyone what your transition is and being very clear about it. Based off of if you do that, so I'm going to go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and see here. It feels like you will have a little bit of just a time that feels uncomfortable financially, just a small little section. Okay. But it feels like it's only temporary. It feels like it's something that'll last like one month, maybe not. I'm like not even getting 2 months, but that's if you just start doing what I told you to do. Like what I got through the reading was just start being very active about it. It feels like it picks up pretty fast. There's just this time of uncertainty and unknown that, you know, it does take time for the transition to happen. But once you get it moving, once you get the ball rolling, you will feel like you made the right choice. And the other thing was I got that you can still do acupuncture on the side at your home. That's okay. It's just, I'm getting that it doesn't need to be the main thing anymore. It's kind of like this side thing, also doing acupuncture in the group as well. And that's just naturally, people are not going to have a problem coming to your house if you wanted to do it in your house. I just keep getting that. But I'm not feeling like this devastation, like, oh my God, I'm hurting for money. I'm not picking that up at all. I'm picking up more of the feeling of, okay, it's a little uncomfortable for a little bit because I'm not doing what I normally do, and it takes a little bit of time to build momentum. But it doesn't feel like it's going to take a year or anything. If anything, it feels like something like and I'm saying 1 month more, but 1 to 3 months based off of your current energy, and then taking action in that way. Also, I'm picking up something with arts and crafts and writing. Why am I picking something up about that? Helping people discover their true potential. There's a lot of people that are stepping into that. But also it's good for you to do that as well for yourself. All right, Miss Amanda, how you feeling? Do you have any questions based off of what I just read? It's time for you to study too. I'm picking up it's study time. Like anything that you're interested in, get familiar with it, get to know it more, read it in the records. Yeah, it's just a small dip. And Amanda, I'm going to use myself as an example here. My business, I was half Atlanta in person, and then I was also half online. And I was planning on moving to Colorado in May, and then some events happened where I just knew intuitively I had to leave like immediately, like in a month. So I just dipped, even though things were just kind of like, it was stepping into the unknown, but I was following the breadcrumbs of my intuition. I don't not listen to my intuition. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And it was easy. Like, it was just like, there was like a month where it was like kind of chill, but it just all worked out. Everything filled up the way that it was supposed to. I trusted completely and utterly. I just let it be. And life is easier. I'm having an easier and funner time, and everything is online, and it's beautiful, and I'm meeting more people, and I'm having the exact experience that I saw when I was reading myself. And so just know that you just got to follow those breadcrumbs. That's it. Just follow them. It's a little scary sometimes, but you got to do it. Awesome, Amanda. I'm going to go ahead and close your records. Amanda Simmons' Akashic Records are now closed. You're so welcome. You're a great reader, by the way. I feel that about you. You're a very good reader. And just to leave you on that note, everything that you get is always right. And if you do have a little instability and you're not sure about something, that's the only time that there might be an incorrectness. Like a very small percentage of your reads are like that. But I'm feeling from you specifically, 98% of the time your readings are accurate, your self-readings. Is my list full? No, Tanya, go for it. You'll be my last reading. I'm in the mood. Let's do it. I thought Amanda was going to be my last reading, but let's go. Tanya, you'll be my last. You'll be my grand finale. Just a reminder, this Friday in the membership, we are doing a live mediumship course. This Friday, live in my membership, we are doing a mediumship course. It's $11 a month to join the membership. And if you cannot make the event, know that everything is recorded, so you will get the lessons. And we meet live 4 Fridays a month. And there's also Akashic Reiki meditations that we do live in that membership. If you were part of my Clubhouse crew, we still do the Akashic Reiki meditations. They're just in my membership now instead of on Clubhouse. Awesome. I love it, Amanda. Love to see you there. It's a good group. We're having a good time in that membership. I'm really happy that I started it. Okay, Tanya. It's so funny. I put a money sign next to your name. Why did I do that? Tanya, you might be getting money. You might be getting those dollar bills, Tanya. I want to play that Kanye. No, it wasn't Kanye. I don't know, the bit like the dollar bills, y'all. All right, Tanya, I'm going to go ahead and hop into your records. Go ahead and ask your question. What's up, Claudia? Go ahead and ask your question, Tanya, and I'll go ahead and start tuning into your records. I'm going to close. Oh, I closed Amanda's. Okay. Yeah, just double checking. Okay. I'm going to go into Tanya's now. Claudia. Well, do you want me to do, I can just do a mediumship read on it instead of an Akashic read, because the more specific questions you have for the Akashic Records, you're going to get a way better answer. But I could just mediumship you. I'm going to mediumship you, and then I'll see if they have any additional information up in the records after I mediumship you. Okay. Just know that's, records are like a database. It's like a Google search engine. So if you put in the word, I don't have a specific question, or like a phrase like that, or just like restaurant, it's just going to give you all this mumbo jumbo. So for those who are learning the Akashic Records, know that you have to be more specific. But that's why I like to teach people how to do psychic work, mediumship with the Akashic Records in all my courses that I teach. So it's not just learning the records. I teach a all-encompassing format, so you always get an answer and you're not stuck. I'm going to mediumship you, baby. All right, let me go ahead and go to your higher self here. So the first thing that I saw is, and Tanya, I'm going to give you the messages as raw as I'm getting them. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because they're being a little tough on you. I see you dragging your heels and your spirit is trying to push you forward. And it's like, this is making me uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. But your spirit is like, no, we have to do this. We need to take charge. We need to do it now. And so anything that makes you uncomfortable that you know you're supposed to be doing, it's time to do it now. And you need to just let go of the fear. The only way that you really can step into this, if you let go of the fear, it doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to show up and rock it out. The more that you just show up and rock it out, you're going to notice that there are people that are just like you, that are ready, that are just a few steps behind and want to step into this with you. They want to understand. And also, the level that you're at is exactly what those people need. And so when you have your heels drug into the ground, you are not only holding back your own spiritual growth, but the people that are ready, their spiritual growth is also on pause when you are on pause. Tanya, how are you feeling about that message? I feel like they're being a little mean. But the other thing is, they're going to hold on, you're not going to get any messages about what's going to happen next until that step is fully taken, like 100%. So once that step is once you're fully doing this 100% of the time and you have conviction and you're going for it, like not going for it in like a couple of days and then holding back for a week or two. They're talking about when you're consistent and you keep showing up, then these next step messages will start coming through. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Let me go ahead and ask the Akashic Records what... Claudia, okay. They have crickets. They're like, we got nothing for her. You just have to take that first step. You just got to take that leap. And it has to be consistent. You're meant to do this work. There is nothing that's holding you back except for yourself. You got this, Tanya. All I saw was like a bunch of crickets and like nighttime, and I asked them, I was just asking, what message do you have around her purpose? And they're like, just go forward. And then it was like crickets again. Because there is, if you just take that step, a whole new life is going to open up for you. A completely different way of life is showing up. But you have to take that step first before they give you any more messages. That's really what it is. All right, Tanya, I'm going to go ahead and close your records. I'm going to close your reading here. Oh, brutal. You just need to do lives. You need to be on the internet. You need to tell people what you do. You need to show up to group events and lead meditations. You need to do all of these things. All right, Tanya, I'm going to go ahead and close your records. Claudia, you're my last reading for reals. I have to go after this. Tanya's Akashic Records are now closed. Whew. You're welcome. All right, Claudia. Claudia, go ahead and give me your last name for me, please. And then Claudia, after you give me your last name, go ahead and ask the question. It can be anything about purpose, career. It can be about relationships. I appreciate you too. Monday. All right, here we go. I'm playing Claudia. All right, Claudia, go ahead and tell me the category of your career or the name of your company, and then go ahead and ask me what you want to know about your career. Ooh. Madame Medium? Okay. Mind you, the Akashic Records loves what, how, or why questions. Gotcha. Okay. So you're wanting to know if Madame Medium is going to be abundant and all those things. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. The Akashic Records loves questions, open-ended questions. So I'm going to go ahead and try to formulate that for you. Here we go. So I'm pulling this, I'm going to go from the bottom up. And the reason why I'm sharing how I'm reading is because I teach people how to read. So for those who are learning right now, know that through those questions, I'm going from the bottom up. And when I say bottom up, I'm going to work with psychic abilities first, then mediumship, then I'm going to go to the records because I have bits and pieces of information. So that's what I'm doing. Because, when you read the records wants things to be so precise. And so if we can gather more information through our psychic abilities and our mediumship, you'll notice that the records wants to start to, work with that. So that is just a style that you can do, and you can change styles anytime. So with the Madame Mediumship, you have really beautiful gifts. They're strong, they're potent. When they come in, it's exactly what people need. There is this epiphany energy. There's a lot of celebration. There's a lot of energetic clearing. You bring people hope. You bring people joy. You bring people understanding. And then through these experiences, you're able to show them, that they can move on, that there is a pathway forward. But the thing that's holding you back a little bit is almost like an insecurity, and it's not an insecurity in it might have a little to do with your insecurity with your gifts, but that's not it. It's mostly of the insecurity of like, how am I going to show up in the world? How am I going to present myself? How am I going to, in a way, like brand or, get my name out there? And there's a little bit of a hesitation because also your gift is so pure and so raw and unfiltered, and it's coming from this direct channel that it almost feels like doing any of these things feels inauthentic, like it doesn't feel natural. What I'm getting, and this is all still in the psychic range and mediumship range, it's important for you to just allow yourself to do one thing at a time. Like, okay, let me try this out. Let me see what it feels like. And I'm seeing like, showing up for a live or trying to post something or put something in an advertisement or something, or go to a circle and tell people what you do. It's like doing one thing at a time and not overwhelming yourself. How can I make her here? See there, I'm going into the records. So I'm going to ask the records now, how can she not overwhelm herself? And how can she show up on these platforms? Your gift is your gift, and it is important to know that your gift is valuable to you. And every time that you show up and do a post, feel into it. Feel if it feels good to you to post it because you are learning something from it, or it feels deep and meaningful to you. That's it. They're giving you like very specific information, and it's not, hey, this is what I do. This is, hi. It's more of like, I learned this today and when I was reading, or this is something I picked up when I was reading. And it's just sharing with people what you're learning and growing through. And celebrating it as well, being like, wow. And you can tell people about how much your life has changed, or how much when you're doing a reading for someone, how much their life has changed. And just sharing experiences is really big on these platforms. But just taking one day at a time and doing the thing, you're going to be a little scared of all of this at first, but you'll start to notice if you just experiment which one you feel mostly drawn to. And I'm picking up a lot of Instagram energy. Like it feels like Instagram feels good to you. Like that's a safe space. And then I'm also picking up a mother energy. Know that you have this beautiful guide that's nurturing you and taking care of you. And whenever you feel lost or you're feeling insecure or overwhelmed, that you always have this capacity of getting this hug from this loving mother energy I'm feeling. You're so welcome. All right, Miss Claudia. I love you, by the way. You're doing some good work. I feel it. I feel your strength and your gift, and it's time. It's time to do it. It's time to get out there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close your records. By the way, once you do that, I feel expansion in your business. That's like the one thing that's kind of like in between you and moving into this full time. Yeah, good job. YouTube does feel good too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the records. Awesome, Claudia. Awesome. Well, you have an amazing day, and I hope that this brought you much peace and joy and gratitude. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. I love you, And I'll be back. And if you guys have any questions about any courses or the membership, feel free to DM me. I'm around for it. And I love you all very much. Have a blessed Wednesday. Bye.